'Cause every time we try to break it down and build again, yeah, every time we try to make up for something lost, you know, we're never letting go. This time we can reach the sky on a prayer, we go higher than high. Yeah, wide awake, it's a big mistake, 'cause it's something we can deny. But with a love like this, we'll never fall. All of a sudden
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Hollis-tics. I am your host, Hollis-tics, and this is Hollis-tics. I am showing up because I said, I always hear in life that consistency, they should just be consistent, As I was talking about last night on the show, about my experimentation, my social experimentation on TikTok. And I signed up for an account, which I did. I've had an account for a long time. And I'm sorry, I'm just fixing my hair until we get it right. It's almost like I'm wearing a headband. You know, let's talk about money. We'll talk about that again. More money. We need some money rolling in here. I need to get a pair of wireless headphones. So then because I could do my hair all nice and then I got to throw the headphones on and it messes it up anyway. So I am showing up. We're being consistent here on Hollis-tics. Again, why am I doing the show? Sometimes they'll say, I'll be honest, I didn't have the greatest day today. It was not the best day, unfortunately. But hey, it wasn't the worst day either. So let's look on the bright side. I'm here to be positive. But at the same time, we're here to be real. I'm always like, I don't want people to come in and think they have to say, oh my God, they're only allowed to be in here if they're positive. If you're going through it, there's always a way to turn it around. How do we turn it around? Because everything is how you tell yourself, what's the word? Frame things in your mind. You know what I mean? Like I always talk about failure and stuff. And how is it really failure or is it lessons? Like literally, I wanted to do a podcast for so many years and why didn't I do it? I don't know. I was like, oh, it's not right. I should have just been doing this for years. And you tell yourself all these excuses and all these things of why you can't do what you're wanting to do. And sometimes there really is circumstances that prevent you. Most of the time it's money. Let's face it, big dreams, can't finance it, right? I want to do this, but how am I ever going to get there? So most of the time it is money, and that's the matrix. That's the 3D world that keeps us stuck there on purpose. And I always say we're in Hollis-tics to take a break from it for a minute. And I use a sound effect. So welcome to Hollis-tics. Again, I am your host, Hollis-tics. I see a couple comments in the chat room. We're going to get over to that, my favorite part. But I always say in the very beginning here, I do the housekeeping. Now, I used to be a bartender for many years, and I was a server as well. And I poured people a glass of beer, and they always gave me a tip for $1. So that's why I have my tip jar up there. I'm going to actually go back to my other background here. My background. Where is it? Where is the background? There it is. Up here. Tip support the show, guys. Tip support the show. Buy me a coffee. Last night, we had some people watching. People were watching on Twitter. We're live on the Twitter. I'm live on the Facebook. I think I'm live on Instagram. And I feel bad because Instagram's a weird one where you have to... See, I have another computer. I stream on right now I'm streaming on a Dell computer. It has my camera. And Dell and Apple... Tell me, drop in the chat room, you guys, what kind of computer do you use? Do you use a PC or a Apple? I use both, but I'm more comfortable around the Apple because I've had it forever and I use it all for my editing and stuff. So when I go to my Dell, my PC, it's not mine, it's actually Dan's, but we have to use it. It's easier with the streaming. So I'm always back and forth between the two. And it's just sometimes, I don't know why I started talking about that. Anybody here remind me? What was I talking about? I don't know. Like I said, I had one of those days where usually I like to prepare for the show and like send videos and we're going to talk about certain things maybe, but I didn't do that. So we're just going to shoot the shit. Oh, I'm not supposed to curse. Chew the fat. We're going to chew the fat and we're going to get into the comment section over there in a minute and introduce everyone. But as I said, the housekeeping. Used to be a bartender, poured a lot of dollars. People poured me their dollars. And that's why I have my QR code. And it's also on hollis-tics.com. If you enjoyed the show, if you've been here and you like it, I always say, please give us a share. I would say, like, okay, so here's the truth. I'm watching all these TikTok videos, right? And I go into these live rooms. I said it's a social experiment because I'm going to go on there because these people are making money, and I'm sick of, they sit there and they call out people's names and they say, "Oh my God, you're at 500 followers. Oh my God, you're at 400 followers. Oh, let's hit a 5,000 followers together." And meantime, everyone's paying them. They're sending coins, they're sending money. Now here I am. I went to school, I have a bachelor's degree, I toured the world with music, I have an album, I have a brain, I think. I'm not saying these TikTok people don't have them. Some do, but they're just sitting there and doing nothing with nothing that's really requires any heavy lifting. Like, I'm not saying I've been on camera before, and when you're not feeling good sometimes, like, I'll be honest, I didn't have the greatest day before I had to go live. You have to kind of put on, you don't want to sit here and be like, "Oh man, how was your day?" Sometimes you gotta just fight through it and say, "You know what? I already feel better already just being in front of here." And it wasn't a horrible day. Just, it's just a couple things happened that, usually involves money, which is why I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna, what is it? Sometimes, you go through those things. You have integrity. You do the right thing in life. You do this and that. And what should I really? I'm going to go on experiment. I'm going to go on TikTok and I'm going to do what these people do and see if I make any money doing that. Because this doesn't make a lot of money. And again, it's not why I do it. Because I love being here. I love connecting with people. But you got to make it easy. If people want to play a game and send little coins and see the things fly, hey, that's what we got to do. I have an album to fund and I can put it out right now. But the point is, no one will know about it. And since everyone's asking for money and no one buys music anymore, no one cares. So there you go. I've been a creative most of my life. And people could say, "Well, maybe you're dumb. Like, how about you didn't crack the code? You're not making any money." I never did it for that. But as I say many times, you get to the point where if you don't make money, you can't do it. So that means make money either here, more people share it out, more people say, "You know what, I'll throw her a couple dollars. Maybe I'll buy her a coffee. Maybe I'll give her a tip." Again, not why I do it. If you don't worry if you can't. I would say, you know what you could do for me? Share. Send it out to someone. Someone you maybe who knows me or someone who might be alone. In here I always talk about connection. But my point with the TikTok thing, we'll talk more about it, is I have set up an account. But the thing is, you need 1,000 followers in order to go live. So right now I have 200 followers on my new TikTok account. And I have another TikTok account I'm experimenting with. And that has close to 5,000 followers, which means I could go live and go and see if people will pay me to sit there and be like, "Hey, I see you. I see you. Hey, this one's in the chat room." But you know what? What I'm going to do with that money is for a righteous cause. I'm going to be funding my advertising for my music. I'm going to be funding all this stuff. I'm going to be funding my website promotion for people to learn to know about my website because you ever hear that saying, guys, it takes money to make money. Well, unfortunately, all the products that I have took heart, time, energy, and I traded that for money. Like, I wasn't out working those whole time. I was there creating everything. So I was creating what you see. I was creating my album. I was creating the song I played last night. It doesn't just magically appear and pay for itself. So I have it all. But that's what I'm saying. I have all this stuff. But in the meantime, what do you do? So I'm going to do an experiment and I'll let you guys know how it goes. So with that said, again, that QR code, if you want to scan it, if you are one of the ones watching, share it out sometimes, retweet it, especially if you're on Twitter. A lot of people on Twitter, I'll be honest, I hate all social media, but it's a necessary evil. We have to use it. I like the fact that there is social media that I could see you guys and we could chat. Like, there's one benefit because they say we're in the most connected age. We're not in the most connected age. I think we're the most disconnected age ever, but we could change that here. And that's why I'm showing up. I show it up for me because it's therapy for me. Not even therapy, like I need therapy. I mean, whatever. I think we all need to talk to someone. And that's why I always love when there are people in the chat room, because sitting here alone would be like, well, I guess I could hear my voice nice. I practice my radio voice. But yeah, so hollismahady.com. I am a musician, so all that is to come. But I'm one of those, I want to do it the right way, and I do need, I need to make some videos, and I have a camera, and there's some stuff I can do myself. But like I said, unfortunately, it takes money to make money, baby. So if it's not going to be here, you can find me on TikTok shortly after the show ends, as I'm going to be in there seeing how they do it, selling products, doing all the stuff that these people do. And they say, "Oh, I quit my full-time job doing this." All the videos. Do you want to, I don't, I don't need to make millions of dollars, but it'd be nice from zero to something. That would be nice. And we are going to get there together because I'm brutally honest here and I'm not fake. So, but being real, you got to play the game, right? Doesn't always get you. It's always that thing, integrity. What are you gonna do? My friend Timothy, I don't know if he's in the chat room yet, but maybe he will be here tonight. I hope so. He always says, "Where do I sell? Where do I sign up to sell out?" Because sometimes when you don't sell out, when they say, "What do you do? Everybody's got a price tag." When you don't sell out, it's a lot longer path, and there's something called integrity, which a lot of people don't have. Some people do, but those people who actually have integrity and stay true to themselves are usually ones that finish last in life, unfortunately. Don't get me started on politics. Oh, because politics is the absolute worst. And the music industry is all politics, and so is probably most of life, right? Even people with regular jobs have nothing to, it's all about who you know, who you had sex with, and who your brother is, and that person who didn't get the job over you is the boss's brother or whatever. It's life, right? So what do we do? What do you guys think about that? So let's go over. That was my intro to Hollis-tics here at 7:11, 11 minutes into it. And I'm already saying, what I think. So let's go over here and say, welcome to the chat room. Who's in the chat room? Is Jim Tim going to be here before I even look? Let me guess. Jim, maybe Jason. Hopefully Joe's there. Maybe Shannon. My favorites. Oh, well, you guys are all my favorites, of course. Let's see. So Jim Tim's in the room. StreamYard's in the room. Jim, hi, Alice. Are you ready? I am ready. And Dan Smirglio had reposted the stream. Thank you, Daniel Smirglio. You're breathing. That's the best part. Yes. And that's what I say. No, you give 110%, period. No, it's true. I made Hollis think. Yes. It drove you nuts. Okay, so you use a PC, not an Apple. And MAGA dirt bikers in the house. Good evening, Hollis. Sorry to hear that your day wasn't as good as you would have liked it to be, but maybe I have a little something that could cheer you up a little more. Aw. Well, you just being here cheers me up. There's nothing worse when you go in the chat room and nobody's there. But again, like you said, there are people watching. It's just not that some people don't maybe have the ability to chat. I know, Joe, you're driving a lot of the time. So, but obviously you're not driving if you're in the chat right now. You should not be typing and driving. But, it's like, especially on TikTok. Like I said, I have another account. Maybe I'll tell you more about that later. It's a project I'm working on, and I have gone in live rooms as on this account, and like there's no one in there, and and you're kind of like talking to yourself. But they always say you got to start somewhere, and they say go live consistently on TikTok for 90 days. So I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it because, as I said, it's one of those things where I don't know. You think like, are they just saying they make all this money just so other people come and then buy their course and pay them to show them how to make money? And it's so pathetic. Although like everything is about your followers. Oh, your followers. And how many times do I talk about it? I mean, my first show, second show, might go back. People pay for my followers. That's one thing I'm not ever going to pay for followers. Cause like I said, you'd rather have real people there than not. I'm not going to do that, but there's a way, there's tricks to get them. There's this. And I've always been like, nah. I'm like, you know what? Hey, what are you going to do? Use the system against the system. I just want the money so I can pay for my freaking to promote my album and to do what I have to do. And like I said, it's one of those things where it's not avoiding. You're always sacrificing time. So it's like where could you use your time where you could get the most money? And that's why I did always like bartending. It was actually pretty good. If you could get into a good bar where you made a lot of money, it was like, okay, one shift, you could make a lot of money that if you were at another job, it would take you 4 days to make that. So I don't know, guys. This is the creative. And we keep it real here. Anyone else had these kinds of troubles or problems? But like you said, it wasn't a horrible day. It wasn't the best day. But that's life, right? What James said or Jim Tim said, we're breathing. And I always say that too. There's always something to be grateful for. Oh my God, these are like third world problems, as they say. Is that the saying? Like they're nothing really. But in the grand scheme, I mean, people have really big problems. So I'm grateful to not have those problems that are really, really serious, like really serious health issues or, like there'd always be something to be grateful for. I always say just the fact that you're breathing, as Jim said, or that you could see. I mean, some people are blind. Some people can't, like it's very, very difficult. So we're always something to be grateful here for. So thank you. And Maga Darbikers, as I said, Dan, 3 photos to share with you. Oh, good. I can't wait to see them. Your brain is where you want to know how. Just blow one side and then it comes out the other side. You have a brain. That's words of wisdom from the Jim Tim. The Jim Tim. We call him the Jim Tim. The first is your hand-painted song lyric. The second is a declaration of independence from you guys. And the third is the 2 pictures together over the bedroom lamp. Aw, good. I'm so glad you got them. That's awesome. Everyone has, yeah, my cousin wants to sponsor you. Okay, there you go. Hey, well, let's see. I would love to talk to your cousin. I know I will message you after the show. Everyone has a price tag. Seriously. Yeah. I mean, Jim says, honestly, I don't care. Learn how to ad lib by any means necessary. Kind of like swaying of the waves. Go with the flow. I used to have a song called Go with the Flow. Was one of my, I like that one. I was thinking maybe I'll re-record it on my second album. I wrote that with someone else. And like I said, I wanted this album that's coming out. Either Jim or James. Okay, gotcha. I was like, is it I thought it was James, but it's just your screen name. Jim's him. Jim James. But yeah, I had a song called Going with the Flow. I wish I had it here to play it. It's just a demo. But it was a demo I did when I was in the UK. But I did write that with someone. But it was a good song. It was like, cast adrift, no sign of land. Treading water with Thailand. No oxygen below. I remember all the words. I wrote them. Is this my reality? New illusions beckon me within the ebb and flow. And I don't want to be swimming hard against the tide every single day of my life. My love's an ocean wide. I know I want to be rising up to ride that wave. And no longer fade. Where it takes me, I don't know. But I'm going with the flow. Right? You hear that? You want to be in the flow of life. It really, sometimes it's hard to get there. And it really sucks when people say, just get in the flow, man. I'm like, yeah, I know. I want to be riding the damn wave. Not like, hey, man, life sucks. No, we don't want to be like that. Like, would you guys come and tune in if I was like, everyone, like, life sucks, man. I know. Bummer, dude. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you would. I don't know. Like, the energy's contagious. Energy's contagious. Energy's contagious, right? Like I said last night, don't forget. Remember who you are. Remember your power. And you know what's powerful? You know what's really powerful? Is laughter. I have a song on my album. It's called Heyoka. And does anyone know what a Heyoka is? Anybody? I will give you $1 if you know what a Heyoka is. I will send you, well, maybe not $1, maybe 50 cents. I love both those pictures, and they are in their permanent spots for as long as I own this. Aw, that's awesome. There you go. That's a collector's item. I forget, which song did I send you? Wait, let me, did I send you Heyoka? I might have. Wait, what? Because I have all my songs. They're all different songs. But a Heyoka, anybody, I'll give you a chance, or I'll save my $1 and just tell you. I don't know how I'll get it to you. I'm gonna have to sell you it. And they'll take out their 30 cents. I don't know how much they take out. Oh my gosh. Even buy me a coffee. I mean, they take a percentage. It's annoying. And that's another thing. You finally, okay, I'm ready to cash out. And then you're like, okay, you'll get it in 8 to 14 business days. I'm like, oh, okay. But that's all right. It's coming. But even Rumble too, we finally cashed out our, was it 100? No, it wasn't. Yeah, like $100. But oh no, we finally cashed out our Rumble, $120 after, I don't know, 500,000 views, and get $120. But that's about, I don't know, 6 months of work for Rumble, and we'll get it in 8 to 20 days or 14 to 20 days, because it takes that long for them to give them your money, just like banks, right? It's like, there we go. Jim Tim, there we go. Jim Tim, a Heyoka or Heyoka is a sacred clown or jester or contrary in Lakota, I always say it wrong. Yes, tradition, acting as a spiritual mirror who challenge society norms by doing. Yes. Oh, we'll go back to that in a way. Wait, right? Magador Breaker says, I'm always in the flow of life. Hollis in my delightfully mental, demented ways. That's the best, Joe. I could tell that about you with your energy. Like you said, like laughing. It's, come on. Nobody like if you don't laugh at yourself, if you don't laugh at life, that's why I don't take myself too seriously. Like I have moments where I'm like, but I get mad because I'm like, this isn't me. Like when you're mad or if you're upset, you're like, oh, like I've always been connected to the jester. I love the jester. I don't know, like I swear, like we talked about past lives and stuff last night. Like when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a jester for Halloween. I talked about this before. I have my hat, and Comedy of Errors is, I probably get to bring it to life. It's like life sucks sometimes. It's like you want to have fun, and they just say, "Oh, you're adult now," and yeah, I get it. You have to do certain things, like to keep it, obviously, but we forget to have fun sometimes in life. And this way, it's like you got to laugh sometimes. You just have to. When you're like, we have, like, oh my god, because in the grand scheme, if you were to look back after we're not here anymore, if you do go to another life and you're able to like look back and be like, oh, wow. But in the moment, you're like, oh my god, the world is crumbling, the matrix, the 3D. Oh my god, am I going to pay the bill? And then they said, well, your health is your wealth. At least you have your health. Because health is number one. So it's very hard. I know when people get older and they have problems, it's hard. But if you are, and not everyone's perfectly healthy. I mean, most people have something wrong. But if you at least are walking, breathing, and all that, and life could be crumbling around you, and you don't want to pay for this. I know I'm talking about, because I know how these problems are. I mean, who doesn't, right? They keep us trapped with money, always money. Oh my god, that's what we're gonna crack the freaking code together. We're gonna whatever work smarter, not harder, as they say. But back to like having fun and laughing, but laughing higher your vibration, guys. So we can tell some jokes here. But back to the Heyoka. Oh, I should I'll take a break and maybe I'll send it and we could play this song. I should play the song. Yeah. Okay, so I will play a couple of videos and I'm gonna send myself Heyoka. Maybe we could play it. And we could, because I need to. I need to laugh tonight. We need to have some fun. But a Heyoka is a sacred clown or gesture or contrary, unpopular to contrary belief. And he's acting as a spiritual mirror who challenged societal norms by doing, I don't know if there was the rest, by doing the opposite, right? There's maybe the definition got cut off, but Magador Breaker says, well, let me try to guess. A Heyoka is a farm implement that was used by the ancient Aztecs, and then it became steak sauce in the 1960s. I don't know. Is that another definition of one? Like, is that if there's a steak sauce named Heyoka, I would love to taste it. They probably don't make it anymore. Did I get it? He's screwing with me. He's effing with me. Try not to curse, but cursing is, I mean, that word is just a word. Who said it was bad? I mean, who made these rules up? Who made these rules up, guys? We're gonna make our own rules here, at least for the hour that or a couple hours we're on Hollis-tics here, hour or whatever. Where's your money, James? I'm gonna have to sell you the dollar. So you let me know, or I'll trade you and do something else. Maybe I'll tell a joke if that will compensate. I have to think of one, but no, I'll stay true to my word. I will send you $1. But yes, back to that. So again, why I wrote this. So I have a song on my album. It's called Heyoka, and why I wrote that was because I saw that like a couple of years ago. I don't know how long ago. It was a long time ago. But I remember, I talk a lot about spirituality on the show and just like looking at life in different ways. And again, why? Why do I think like this? You have to. Yeah, like not everyone has to, not everyone does, but how do you get through life sometimes? Because it's like the shit is thrown at you no matter what. You could be the happiest, positive person. It's always like, and so you come in, you just gotta laugh through it. Like someone say, "Oh, we're gonna laugh instead of cry." Someone just gotta have fun and laugh. Well, and while you deal with the stuff that you have to deal with and your responsibilities and all that stuff. Aw. Yes, you get wait, hold on. Joe gets for trying. Everybody here who tries gets intense applause. Everybody's trying. And you also get a bongo roll. Oops, I was supposed to think of a joke there. That's the wrong. Is that the right or wrong answer? That's the wrong answer. But you get an E for effort, an A for trying, an A. Nobody fails here on Hollis-tics. We're not gonna let anybody fail. Yeah, but yes. So anyway, so when I heard about that, the sacred clown, the guy who kind of like that's how I kind of always felt. And I think a lot of people feel like the misfits, the people who kind of go off on their own path, or they hear the beat of a different drummer in their head, right? They always say beat drum, she walks to the beat of her own path, or the beat of her own drum. Yeah, I sure do. I hear a different drum than a lot of people. And I know a lot of like weirdo creative people, and just like I think everybody in here, you know what I mean? Like you're just kind of like, oh, you kind of make your own path and do your own thing. And when I learned about that, the Heyoka thing, because I don't love clowns. Like I said, I don't love clowns, but I love the court gesture because I don't know. I feel connected to them in a way I just can't explain. Like like I said, when I was growing up, every Halloween, I always wanted to be a jester. I had my jester hat, and I just and I'm like, maybe in a past life, I was that guy, playing the guitar, and he was like, in his little shoes and the drawbridge, and it's all serious, and the king and queen, and he's just like, hey guys, like let's have some fun, So that's what the Heyoka, he goes back. It's a kanji. He mirrors people, and everyone's crying. He's there loud. He does the opposite. I've always kind of felt like that's kind of how I've been. Trust me, sometimes you look back, you're like, maybe I should have just gone with the sheep, shall we say, or no, people get offended. I don't mean like everyone the sheep, but you go in the order. Everybody's going that way, and sometimes you're just like, what's over there? Why is everyone going that way? I mean, they're all walking up a bridge. Maybe we should go that way. So I've always kind of gone the opposite way, but it's harder. It's a harder path because there's not as many. So there's not as many people. And for some reason, they're always telling us, hey, come this way. Let's go that way. Go that way. Go that way. The way that everybody else is going. And I was always kind of like, well, I don't know. That seems kind of boring. So then you have these kind of weird problems. Then you're kind of weird. And then you're, talking about gestures and clowns and weird things. But, in life, there's a big world out there. There's a lot of cool stuff. And I'm just like, wow, let's see what else is out there. I don't know. That way it looks a little bit boring to me. Anyone feel that way? Let me go back there. And let's see. Hey, oh yes, okay, good. Oh, Joe, so I'm gonna play the song. Yes, Heyoka is the song lyric that you sent me. Yes. And there was a reason. I remember picking out. That's what I thought. It's the nice pink one. Not that I could send you. I had a darker one, but I was like, I don't know. I thought, because you have a good personality too, and that's what the Heyoka is. He's like, he goes against the norm, the grain of society or whatever. He's like different, and he's wise. He's wise, and you're wise, Joe. We're wise. The Heyokas are wise. So I don't think you can't just be a Heyoka. I think you really have to come from the native. And he smokes his sacred pipe. And there was a book I read. I didn't about the sacred pipe and the black elk, and it's all this stuff. But it's pretty cool. Heyoka sauce. Heyoka. So let me see. So I'm going to play the song because I'm inspired here. So I got to just run to the computer and email it here and load it. And in the meantime, I'm going to play a video or two so I could just get that all queued up. And then, Joe, you can actually hear the song. And then it's the lyric painting I painted for you and sent you. And this is the world premiere of Heyoka. And I was talking to Smriglio last night. A big shout out to Smriglio out there. If you're watching, I think you probably are. Like I said, only reason you wouldn't be watching is if for some reason you couldn't find it and it wasn't on. So I'll just assume you're here. But Smriglio, he really enjoyed my song Amnesia last night. And so I will play another song. Like I said, I'm going to play Heyoka. So I have to queue up a video that's a little bit longer just so it gives me a couple minutes to just find the other song. So I wasn't expecting them playing this tonight. And okay, this is a good song. The only reason I'm playing this right now is because it's the only thing I have over like 3 minutes because it's going to take me like 2 or 3 minutes to send it. So this is the Back to the Good Times song. You guys know it from TGI Fridays. And if, I won't end it. Oh, or should I play? How about I play this one actually? I'll play this little trailer. This is my Hollis-tics commercial. It's 3 minutes and 48 seconds. All the best tidbits. My hair looks so bad right now. Hi everybody. My name's Hollis. This is my podcast, Hollis-tics. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm going to go and get the song. So enjoy this, and I will be back in 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Let's see if I could do it by then. Maybe I'll fix my hair. All right. Love you all. See you in a minute. Don't leave. Get a drink. We're just getting started. I gotta take a tinkle. Okay. Bye. I am your host, Hollis Mahady, and this is Hollis-tics. Hollis-tics. We're gonna get to know each other tonight. Been dating, doing my dating dilemma. Oh my God. This other guy tried to set my yard on fire. Huh? Oh, I don't want any. Forget it. He would ask me sometimes, well, what do you like in a guy? And then, like I said, I didn't want to just say, well, not you. You don't want to be like a broke bum. That wasn't very attractive. Attractive is attractive. It's like, get a life. I think money definitely can buy you some happiness. This is like the Love Line episode. Don't say that to a girl. Like, there's always an ulterior motive. Are you single? Are you married? Hey. Oh, I could help you with your career. Big fat record producers, they really believe in your vision and they believe in your music and they believe in your project. They don't. They just want to have sex with you. It's like how it is. I'm like, now I see that little troll in the bush. Guys, it's wired into their brain. Women, men, can they ever just be friends? No, man. I hate social media. I hate it. Oh, there's a notification on Facebook. What are your social media followers? I have 400 followers. You have not cracked the code. The algorithm. And you have to hook people in. What should I do in the first 3 seconds? That's really stupid. Has nothing to do with the video. You have to pee in the snow, like on the floor. There's so much stimuli 24/7. Always plugged in. We gotta contain the robots because people are forgetting. Just feel a little overwhelmed. Take a break from all that. Just disconnect a bit. Like, how you doing? You just hope they say good. I'm good. Fine. Don't ask. You don't want to know. I'm good. Great. I'm great. Oh, no. I was crying. I was like, oh, what nationality are you? Hollis-tics. You know, my real name is Hollis. Irish. Like the name of the show. And Hollis-tics. It's a spin on my name. Hollis was that girl from the Love Zombies. Remember her? I'm still here. Hi, I'm here. And I'm back. Better than ever. With more wisdom. Everything natural, alternatives, healing, energy, and dreams and weird things. Fun stuff in life. Real people, real voices. We keep it real here. And this is talk therapy. I have some entertaining stories. They hit you with these things. You could go and you just naked. First I was like, oh. But it was just like, whatever. Good times. This is an adult joke. Try not to curse. I had a helium voice stuck on there.
I take this voice off.
I'm only ahead right now. Double jib. Boom! It exploded. You could get hit by a meteorite. You never know. I'm not a very good cook. Food is medicine. I love donuts. Lattes. Whitefish flavored ice cream. You should try it. No, when I ate it, I was like, oh, little crunch. When you go to a salad bar, you have to be careful. Oh, it's 3 a.m. Time for my yoga. Hot yoga. I love cats. People don't even know the functions of their organs. Of TGIF throwback. Got any cheese? We need to have Steve Urkel here to do an interview on Hollis-tics. Like, not your mama. Welcome to AOL. Does anyone remember Curly Sue? Anybody? Anybody at all? The comments of the day. What is that comment? You gotta laugh at it. We are here to have fun. See a coin in there. I tend to talk a lot. Oh, that's the disclaimer. Everybody's welcome. This may not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine. I'm here every night. Keep going. Never give up. You're not alone. I'm here for you. People out here like me to remind you of that. I know what it feels like to be alone, to want to give up. But I'm here to tell you, don't. You got this. And that's what this podcast is about. Check it out, guys. Check it out. Hollis-tics, weeknights live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time across all your favorite social media platforms and on Voice of the People U.S.A. radio and television network. Oh, the mute button. That was perfect timing. I just got back, guys, and I got something to really get us in the mood here. If you got one at home, feel free to put it on. There's a reason. Oh, see, you can't see the green screen like cuts it out. Oh, but you know what I'm wearing. Holy moly. Hello. Okay. So, you know how sometimes like, yeah, you get in a weird mood and you just feel like you're cracking up a bit because we just want to have some freaking fun, right? That's what I said. We're here to have some freaking fun, man, because sometimes it cannot be fun. And, you know, then you hear, oh, life's not just about fun, which I said last night, but I don't agree. I think when you have fun and you laugh. So get your jokes queued up, guys. Okay. Oh, I got Shannon's in the house. Yay. Hello, white noise. Welcome to the show. I just put on my gesture hat because we are going to have some fun. I don't know if you just got in, but thank you for introducing that you are here. Well, I will see you're here from Rumble. She's in from Rumble. And Magador Biker says, hello to Shannon. Welcome, Shannon. White noise. And Magadar Biker says, I've always rebelled against mainstream society in one way or another, so it fits me all right. Yep, for sure. And I think everybody in here has. I know. And we're the ones who really feel it. Because, let's face it, you're in the minority. I mean, there's a lot more of us than we think, but it's hard to find them, and then you have to go into the daily grind and you're like, sorry, Hollis, 5:25 minutes, shame, you lost. For what? What do you mean? 5 minutes? I got back right in the nick of time, guys. Okay, so because and White Noise just got here. I don't know if she don't know what's going on today, but I am about to play a song that I wrote. It's called Heyoka, and it's on my album because and a Heyoka is a sacred clown, and it's someone, like I said, it's fitting for a lot of us in here. We're what it is. It means that they go against the grain of against the flow of society. Like they go the opposite direction of everyone. I was just saying, everyone goes that way, and now we're kind of the weirdos. So when I learned of the Heyoka and what it meant, I thought it was so cool, and then I wrote a song about it. And I've never played it for anybody ever, but this is my show. And last night I got such a good reaction from Sbriglio. He liked Amnesia. I don't know if he liked this one as much, but it's on the album, and it's a song I wrote. And I said, this is one of probably a lot of my songs on my album are kind of dark, but it's called A Comedy of Errors, right? Comedy of errors, the mistakes. Oh my gosh. How do you get through your mistakes? I don't know. Just get them out and talk about them, sing about them, or write about them, because we all have mistakes. And I always say, is a mistake, is it all bad? I mean, what can you learn from it? What can you take from it? So you don't make that mistake again and get better at the game of life. And get the game of life. We're here playing the game of life together on Hollis-tics. Yes. So, are you cracking? I don't know. Is the microphone cracking? No, I hope not. I think it sounds good. I mean, I hear it. Just let me know. Or am I cracking up? Yeah, well, yeah, I think so. I've been cracking for a while, but you try to pretend that you're not really as weird as you are. But then I realized, well, why hold back? This is my show. I can do what I want, and you guys can do what you want too. So, okay, let's go here because Dan loaded this up for me. And this one is called Heyoka. And here you go. Here's a world premiere of Heyoka. And this is about just having some fun. It's a little slower in the beginning, but it picks up. Here we go.
Black elk smoking his sacred pipe as he contemplates life.
There you go. And if you hear, I don't know if you can hear the words. It sounds really good in my headphones. Oops, there it is. As far as the sound quality goes. But yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, it says, are you laughing? It's like, are you laughing at all of us? Is this all a big absurd? Sometimes I say it's like a cosmic joke, you know, especially like light, like a comedy of errors. You look around and it's like, I talked about last night. It goes with the amnesia. It's like people forget why we're really here. Like, really, why are we here? Is everyone here just to, you know, stab each other in the back and get ahead? Like, I mean, I don't think so, but that's like kind of seems like the playbook. Yeah, if you don't do that, you're gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna get that job promotion. You're not gonna get. But are we really here to love each other? Or to find our purpose? You know, so it's just like, hey, Oka, is he laughing at all of us because it's all a bit absurd? And forgive them for they don't know what they do. You know, sometimes I don't know all my lyrics there, but it's just it really is. It's kind of saying like humans, right? We're like ridiculous, you know. It's like, especially, you know, politics and all that stuff. It's just like the fighting, the thing. It just seems all a bit silly sometimes in the grand scheme of things. But like I said, it doesn't feel silly at the time, especially real like human problems. But it's just like kind of like, you know, they always say someday you'll look back and laugh at it. Not always, right? But sometimes someday you do. When you're in the shit of it, you're just like, it isn't funny at all. And then you look back and like, oh my God, like it was so bad, right? So that's the story. The whoopee cushion. Where's the whoopee cushion? Well, I haven't had a whoopee cushion in a long time. I need to get a whoopee cushion. Yeah, that would be kind of funny. I am not enjoying my hair. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't do this on camera. Oh, I used to. What is my range for singing? You know, I was a soprano. I was just a soprano, which means you could go high. I could go very high. I could go low too, but in chorus class, I was a soprano. And later in life, I was kind of like, oh man, I should have been an alto because the altos always learn the harmonies. And singing harmonies is not easy. So it got easier. But I remember when I was like, had the first doing backing vocals for my album and stuff. Not this past one because I got better at it, but like they would want you to do harmonies, and harmony is different. It's not like the melody. The melody is the sopranos always sang the melody. So I was good at singing melody, but that's the main part. But then there's a part the altos would sing, which was different than that. But then when it blends together, that's the harmony of it. And I remember later in life, I was thinking, oh man, that would have been helpful if I was an alto, at least for a little while, and could have picked up on harmonies. Like I said, harmonies aren't, it's like a different part of the song, really, the part of the vocal. It's just different. Like there's a lot of, like Beach Boys have a lot of good harmonies, and like a lot of harmonies are awesome, right? Like John Denver with the Take Me Home, Country Roads. I always sing the harmony on that part, but that's like, there's so many different like lines you could pick to sing, and they all blend together nicely. Crosby and Stills and Nash, and they have a lot of good harmonies. Mamas and the Papas. I mean, they're groups. They have good harmonies and singing and stuff. But yes, to answer your question, I was always a soprano in high school in my chorus class. Yeah. So that's the story. That's the story. Good. I'm going to look at my song lyric as the song is playing. Oh, yay. Yeah. See, I think when I was singing, I'm like singing along to it, but then I think there's what's it called? Like a latency, a little delay. I don't think I was matching, but it's hard not to sing along, but I don't want to sing along with it because you can't hear it and it doesn't sound good. But yeah, so I can't wait. I'm so excited to put that out, and I can't wait to do a music video for that one because I want to do it in front of the mirror, and I have all these ideas of what it's going to be. But Again, that's where the buymeacoffee.com comes into handy. Anyone else besides the people who've already done it and bought me a coffee? And thank you again, Joe, to all of your support, and Smurglio and everyone else, and just for being here. But those who have gone a step further and bought me a coffee, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. But because all those buy me coffees and that, it all adds up, and that's going to be the stuff that I'm able to use to, go get the video shot. And like I said, I do a lot myself, so I can do a lot myself, but it's always better when you have someone else to do it. But let's face it, no one's gonna do anything for free. So they have better camera equipment than me, and they could hold the camera and they do the lighting. And I love to get a full like clown makeup and all that. Again, I could do it myself. I could do some of this stuff myself. But again, I mean, if you had the money, be like, oh, there's one song I have. It's called Sweet Poison Love. And I so want to do a corpse makeup because it's like very dark, the song, and it's like they're draining life out of you. When you're in a toxic, bad relationship, you feel like, it's like the worst. So you feel like you're like walking dead, because it's not the right kind of love, and it like kills you pretty much, being with the wrong person, that kind of poison, toxic love, it actually could kill you. Some people it does, I mean, you get really bad relationships, again, and some violence or whatever, and something, all that stuff. So that's what Sweet Poison Love's about. Maybe I'll play that another day. Sweet Poison Love. But yeah, I would love to do the whole like blue, like corpse looking makeup, but I don't know how to do that myself. I'm like, again, I'm sure I could learn, but it's like, at this point, you're just like, man, I just wanted to get some help and some people to help me do it, because then it would just go so much faster. I have all this cool stuff to show you, and then I'd be on to the next album, because I already have half of it written. Not half, but I have a couple songs I'm very excited about. Speaking of that, I'm thinking about getting back into, not thinking, I'm doing it this weekend, maybe this week, even earlier, getting back to the music studio so I could show you some songs live too, which would be great, because then I could, load up the video clips. So then I'll be like, hey, guys, welcome to my studio. I love to show you my studio in Cleveland. It's so cool. It's just a little room. It's all I need. I did have a bigger room in the summer, but I had to downgrade because it was too expensive. But I have the one now, so I might as well make more use of it than I am now. Excuse me, everybody. There we go. I'm getting my hairs did on Monday. I'm excited about that. Gonna get my highlights before they go too crazy. I got the skunk look going on there, but I would, I'm a natural. I'm a natural brunette. I'm a natural dark haired, but I had a blonde for a long time. That was fun and quite expensive. My God. But I didn't want to lose all the blonde. It's kind of part of my story. I fought for that blonde. I struggled to tell part of the story. It's the light and dark. Like everybody has light and dark. Which one are you more today? Who's more dark today? Who's more light today? I'm getting there in the middle now. I said I was a little darker earlier, but now I'm feeling more light. Perfect. I read along with the song every word in the lyrics. You had a very awesome gift. Thank you again. You're so welcome. And thank you for your support. For being a believer early on in the game before everyone else catches on and be like, oh my God, Hollis, remember her? No, I don't care about that. I really don't. I do want my music to get out there. And like I said, that's really the point of it. And having and making connections and making people feel good and having it. So with that said, I have something very special. We're going to take a little break and I'm going to play some commercials, like commercials I made, just little promotions. You guys have seen them before, but it's a great time to go. And speaking of buy me a coffee, I did it today. I got my iced coffee. Joe, that one's on you. Thank you. And when we come back, we're going to open this live. We're going to unpackage live on air. Live on air. I should be getting paid for this, right? Live on air. I'm going to unpackage and tell you all about what's in this package. It's very exciting. So let's do not a boring break. I don't think my things are boring, but for all those new people out there, those 13 eyeballs I see up in the chat room, not in the chat room, but I see I can tell who's watching, not who it is, but that there are some people in here, and we're on different platforms. Like I said earlier, the Instagram one's weird, and I don't see people's comments until I get off or that people join. I can't even say, hey, you're here, because I can't see the Instagram ones for some reason. They don't connect to where I'm at. The best way that I could see and for you guys to chat is in Rumble or in YouTube. Those for sure work. I don't know about Facebook because I haven't seen a Facebook person in here. But Rumble and YouTube, I know, work for sure for the chat. But the Instagram, I don't know. I haven't seen them. And I would kind of feel bad because I'm like, I'm not ignoring you. I would definitely talk to you if I saw your thing. X, I don't know. I've never seen anyone from X here talk, even though I know in X. Here, let's address the X community on purpose. But I don't know. Maybe it's the same people. I don't know. I really don't know. Because I go to X and sometimes there's people watching. The way Again, it doesn't say who's personally watching, but it just will say like there's like this many eyeballs. Sometimes there's people, sometimes there's nobody. There's 12 people on X. So if I don't know if there was those 12 people, but if you're on X and you're one of the 12 people who are watching, I'd appreciate it if you could share it out, maybe retweet it, help your girl out, or maybe you don't really secretly like me and you're just watching because you hate me and you're like, oh, I don't know about her. I don't know. I like to watch, but I'm not sure if I could help in any way. I'm not going to share it. I dare you to. Go ahead. Your hair is wonderful, Hollis. Don't worry about it. Thank you. It's my long hair that is just totally untamable, and I like it that way. Lion, Joe, what sign are you? Are you a Leo? I'm a Leo lion, so this is my main. It's my main. I know. Like could go a long time without getting my hair done. Like the problem is if you go really long time without getting it done, and I know this is a girly thing, but for what like our roots grow out really long, and then it takes a lot. If you wait too long, then the time you finally go in like months later, it just takes forever. It's more expensive because they have to do all this extra steps and their little foils and all that stuff. So I said, okay, I'm going to go in again and get it. But I do like to get it. I love getting it done because it's always a little brighter. Blonde's a pain in the butt because there's so many different kinds of blondes. Like I like it when it's very like almost like really bright blonde, like platinum. And this is more, it gets golden and then it grows out. And come on, women, you know how it is. Anyone else how they're dealing with a blonde streak, or as they say, okay, guys, anybody know what this is called? Anybody? This is what they call the money piece. All right, guys, this is the money piece. I don't know if it's because it costs a lot of money or it's supposed to bring in the money. So I'd be like the blonde, be like, hey guys, give me all your money. Hi, my name is Hollis and I want your money. Yes, give it to me. Give me your money now. Or I'll go on TikTok and say, I see you. You're almost at 5,000 followers. Let's go. We're going to get you to 10,000 followers tonight. Yeah, I'm Hollis. Follow me. Drop me a rose. If you want to be seen, send me $5. And they do that. I've seen them do it. So why won't they give me that? I don't know because I haven't tried. So I'm going to go in there and ask them to give me $5 and I will tell them I have all these followers and then they'll give me their money and then I will promote my album even more. We'll get it out wide and far. Yes. Dansbury Leo is in the house and he says all different people. Yes, there's all kinds of people in this world. That's the beauty of it, right? We're all here. We're all different. Okay, so I was going to go and I was going to play a commercial. So let's go over here and let's see what we had. Don't forget, guys, Friday night. I'll play this. Friday night, we're only on Tuesday. So, right, we're on Tuesday. So if you haven't been here on a Friday night, and I think all of you guys have, but for any of those 15 or 13 people on Twitter who are watching, you might be interested in Friday nights where we go, oh, it brings me back to this. This is something for Friday night. So I'll play that and then we'll unveil what's in the bag. And then we will play another media asset. Here we go. Enjoy. You know those childhood memories that just stick with you? Those were the days.
Take me back to the good times glow when the world slowed down and the TVs glowed. From Mario jumps to TGIF nights, everything felt just right. If you remember, this is your song. Where you came from, still in its own. Kick back, relax, stay a while. Voice of the people, U.S.A. makes it feel worthwhile. Halfway between two worlds, mixtapes and modems, boys and girls. We saw the change, we felt the shift, but those memories remain a gift. So if you miss when life felt real and laughter echoed through the reel, this night's for you. Come take your seat. We're past and present.
Little TGI Friday here. Got any cheese? Every Friday we get to go and pick out a video. We don't record over this one. If I remember this. Welcome. Be kind, rewind. TGIF Friday throwback on Hollis-tics, bringing back the good times every Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time across social media and voice. Are you enjoying the podcast? If you'd like to support what I'm building, you can buy me a coffee. Every bit of support helps me keep this podcast going and release my music independently. You can leave a one-time tip or become a member for a few dollars a month and unlock exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Just visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady or scan the code you see on the screen. Download your free copy of The Reconnection Movement today. Just head over to my website, www.hollismahady.com. Go to the podcast sections, scroll to the bottom of the page, and enter your email to get your free copy instantly. Now more than ever, it's important that we reconnect and support real human creators and real people. 15 show slots are now open on Voice of the People USA radio and television network. With millions of monthly listeners worldwide, VOP USA is accessible on Roku TV, Fire TV, Android TV, the mobile apps, and the web. An alternative to oversaturated, algorithm-driven social media. Our network is the first streaming network backed by creators, not big tech, not special interests. This is true independence. To learn more, visit VOPUSARadio.com. Join the network.
Life is a gift, the thing we
Holy moly. I don't know. I have a vitamin D pill in my mouth. I'm going to swallow, but I did a bad mistake on my mouse. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I definitely need a cuter water bottle. And stay tuned because I'm going to order a water bottle from TikTok. And then I'm going to tell everyone, hey, if you want this bottle, you're going to want to have it too. Because I have it. I have this bottle. And then if you buy it, then I'll make some money. So I'm going to get a really cool water bottle. And that's my other vitamin D. Has anyone taken their vitamin D today? They say almost everybody is depleted in vitamin D. Thank God we have some sun. We had a nice day here. We did have some sun. So thank God. But sun is, especially in these colder climates, East Coast, most of us here I know in the chat are on the East Coast. So here's my other one. But yeah, this isn't, I'm going to tell people. There's my go get your great value drinking water. But there is something on TikTok. Once you hit a certain number of followers, which I do have on my one account, you could get free samples sent to you. Oh, so I'm going to do that and see. Maybe they'll send me a free water bottle. There's also those really cool water bottles that they filter your water when they're in there or they supercharge it. Oh, August 22nd. Maga Dirt Biker is a Leo Virgo cusp. August 22nd is when I fell out of the oven. Yes, bun in the oven. Leo Virgo. Okay, I'm a Leo too. So my mom's a Virgo. So what do you consider yourself more of if you all that stuff? Not everyone does, but more of a Leo or a Virgo, or you have a little bit of both. Definitely much more of the characteristics. There you go. You already answered my question of a Virgo. Okay, my mom is a Virgo. I don't know. I have to read more about what their characteristics are. I mean, as far as I know about the Leo, I mean, you read these traits and you're like, oh, wow, that really is me. That sounds like me. They always say the Leo loves the spotlight. I do like the spotlight a bit. Leos are arrogant. I don't know. I try not to be. Like I'm that arrogant. Maybe I can be sometimes, but what else are they? What else is everyone else? Any other Leos in the room? I know that Smurglio out there, he's November? Sagittarius, I think. Dan's an Aries. I know that. What is Shannon? White Noise. Are you still there, White Noise? What's your sign? And anyone else in there? Anyone else? Let me know what you are in the chat room. Drop a line in the chat room. Let me know what you are. I have to cough. Excuse me. But Leo's a lion. I always thought what else? There's the Chinese signs and all that stuff. I think I'm a rat. I think I'm the year of the rat, not the year of the cat. The year of the dun, dun, doo, 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 doo. Oh, I'm singing that song. Will my thing get flagged? I try to upload I forgot to tell Dan about that. I upload the TGI Friday video because I like to put them all on my website. And the what I did 3 TGIF Fridays so far, and the other 2 went up without a problem. Well, a problem as far as, like I said, when you use other people's music, I guess using the commercial or whatever, it was like copyright claim or whatever, so you can't monetize it. Not like it's monetized now anyway, not yet, but it's coming. Watch your words. We're gonna be rich. We're gonna be rich. Tell yourself, right? Tell yourself positivity. But yeah, so I put the episode, I tried to upload it, and it said I couldn't upload it because it had the music in it. I don't know. So I'm going to try again and see what happens, because it didn't do it for the other 2. I didn't play a song that was like, I don't know. Like I said, they let you put music in it, but they will make sure like you can't monetize it, and some countries can't see it. So that's why I use Epidemic Sounds, which is copyright free. No, like I have the license to use it or whatever. And that's this one, just in case you guys didn't know. And if there's any content creators out there watching this, actually, it's great. I use it all the time, and I don't have to worry about it not being taken down or anything. If I could find it. Let's see, where's my Epidemic Sounds? Oh, I'm so sorry. There's dead air. Holy moly. There's dead air. Oh my gosh, there's dead air. I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This is what I use. And if you're interested, it is on my website. If you click on my link, you get a free trial. That's where I got the song Lights from. It's on there. And I do have a playlist too of the songs I use for this show. I think it's on my website. Or if you click that link, it'll show my little playlist, and that's where Lights is and all that stuff. So you could download those too. I think it's like $10 a month for viewer. I think it's $20 a month, but I pay all for the year or whatever. So I think it's coming up to renewal. So here we go.
Are you liking the music in the show? The music you hear in my videos and during the show is licensed through Epidemic Sound, an amazing platform for creators. If you make videos, podcasts, or content of your own, head over to hollismahady.com, go to the podcast page, and sign up for a free trial using my link. And if you're just a listener looking for new music, you'll also find my playlist of favorite songs I use in this show. Signing up through my link supports the show and the musicians too.
So there you go. So that's an option for those content creators out there who might need it. Or like you said, even if you don't make content and you just like just different music and stuff, you could hear different songs. It's worth it. I like it. There's another service I use. It's called Artlist. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everything's freaking expensive. It's the same thing. You can't just go and, I mean, people do. I mean, I guess you can. I don't know if you get caught or how they know, but you're not supposed to use people's photos and stuff. And I understand that with photographers, but like stock footage and stuff. There's the one called Artlist I use. So a lot of the commercials I make for like VOP and everything, I had to pay for it. It's like $400 for the year, but you could use it any kind of footage. So you want to do, let's see, for instance. Oh, like some, I would see if I have a video with it, but like in covers, I already played that one. But anyway, any of those scenery or like anything you type in, you can find it. Like, oh, I need flag or I need fireworks, I need whatever. And I type in the video and then I could use that in my stuff, but you got to pay for it or you can't use it or whatever. So that's the story. Any content creators out there, drop it to the line in the chat room. Let me know. But yeah, how do I get this show out further to a bigger audience? Let me know. We do have a big audience, but the thing is that we are broadcasting live on VOPUSAradio.com. I'm on the health and spirituality channel right now because we are on Hollis-tics here. And yeah, right now, if you have Roku TV or if you have a TV that has the Roku app or a Fire TV app or Android or Apple, and you look for VOPUSA Radio, you will see me on there. And I'm technically on TV. I'm a TV star, but everyone's a TV star these days, aren't they? But my point is, how do you get people to know? How do you get people to come in and more people to come in and share and do all that? I don't know. How do you grow it? Advertising is a big one. Again, that comes down to the moolah, which comes to, it's a good time to say it every couple minutes. Not every couple minutes. I don't say it that much. But there's the QR code there. All those people who haven't bought me a coffee and who are enjoying the show, there's an option there. It's just, you could do a one-time buy me a coffee, a couple bucks, or you could sign up to be a member. And that's an ongoing thing. And that's how you support. That's how tips support the show. These keeps the show alive. It makes me be able to come back here and not have to go get another job that's going to come at this time slot. And I'm not going to be able to do it. But I will find a way no matter what. because I always have and I always will, but they do support the show. And the ways you could do that, my album is $20. All my music collection there. It's an $18,000 discount in value, guys. Oh, and it's all on for sale. It's all on for sale for $20. And Gareth, last night he bought that, and that was awesome. That was nice to wake up to, a little ding in my inbox. Oh my gosh, my album, I spent $20,000 on it. I made a little bit of money. And here's my lyric sheets. That's the one that I sent to Joe. And again, if you do it buy me coffee, or you throw a little tip in the jar, you're automatically entered to the next drawing of what Joe had. He had the Heyoka lyric sheet, and I have all my songs. So you might get Sweet Poison Love. You might get Amnesia. Oh no, actually, I don't think I have Amnesia, because I didn't write it yet when I made those. But anyway, there's a bunch of other ones. Hole in Our Hearts, a bunch of songs there. Sweet Poison Love, Edenshire is a good one. Shadow Dance, they're all there. Another way is a personalized song request. If you have something and you'd like me to sing it, let me know. I can do that for you, and I'll send you an MP3 of it, not in an English accent, unless you request it, and that will cost extra. No, I can do that if you want it. Creative services. I'm also very creative, and I can make all these commercials and do all these things, and that's why I have all the licenses, the music and the video footage, because I use them when I make all my stuff, and I can do that for other people too. So if you have a business, or you need a voiceover, you need a commercial, a promo, hire a human, hire Hollis. It helps me, and it will help you too. And buymeacoffee.com, as those little memberships I was talking about. We have the $2 a month. That's a sole supporter. You don't get all the extra goodies, but you're there in spirit. And I know who has supported, and I love, and we'll never forget this in this time of in between. We become the TikTok star that we're born to be. $5 a month is the Freedom Circle, but this is the big one, the $10 a month one. That's the Backstage Pass, where you see the other podcasts I do, and that's all about music. And I'm going to be doing another one this week. I got to get into the studio so I can actually show you some playing some live music, some behind the scenes stuff. And then we had the Inner Sanctum and the real VIP. That's for the big boys spending. That's VIP. That's a super fan. And I actually send you something in the mail every month, including all other perks, including whatever you like. I do music lessons, and I do health coaching, and I do lots of different things. So there you go. That is my advertising, because this show is not currently sponsored by anyone, but we are going to change that, because we're going to get a sponsor. I am bringing it to life. Yes. There you go. Tom. Oh, Tom's in the house. Tom from Cole County Entertainment is here. And Tom says, and Tom would know, because Tom is on a very similar journey. And if you guys don't know already, go and check out Cole County Entertainment. If you're on the YouTube right now, you could go and follow them. And he does lots of different podcasts. They do the No Skips podcast. So again, we got to talk. We got to get you up, and you could be going right out on Roku and Fire TV right now too. We have a whole platform right there, and we are making some changes to it. Hopefully, and it's going to be even better in about 2 or 3 months when that time comes. Because it's not the easiest for us, the most user-friendly interface, and frankly, I'm kind of disappointed with it, but it's still fine. It's fine for the meantime, but it's not going anywhere. It's only going to get better and better, but you're on this journey with us. So anyway, Tom says organic growth is so difficult, yet so rewarding, Hollis. It's true. That's what I say. I will never buy followers ever, because I think, why would you want to, I don't have to pay for people I'm not going to pay people to follow me. If you don't want to, then don't. I understand advertising though. Advertising is even, it's just necessary, because people don't know about you. And how do they know about you? Organically, by everybody in this room sharing it out, retweeting. For those 13 people on Twitter who right now, one person's retweeted it, and most likely that was my husband, Dan. But there's 15 people watching on Twitter. Will they do their part? Will they share it out? That's what organic growth is. But most people, they consume. They don't help. And I'm not saying I'm glad you're here and you don't have to do that, but it helps me out. So it's like, but a lot of people, they don't, again, it's not, maybe they're not doing it on purpose. They don't really understand how much that little extra step goes. But Twitter has always been a nightmare, and I don't think people don't want to share it, or maybe they just don't like it. Or again, I try not to take it personally, because you're like, people are busy. They don't have time, but it is a big deal if you could retweet it out, because then all your people might see it and they might say, maybe there is someone who needs it. Like I said, we're here, this show, I'm showing up consistently just to be a voice out there that's real, and saying, because we talk about all different things here. Like I said, people have real struggles and problems, and sometimes you just don't want to be alone. And like I said, you could come in here and tell us your problems, and maybe, and there's a nice chat room here, and there's a nice little community we're building where we kind of help each other. And even off the air, you might be able to talk and stuff. I know Tom now. Love Tom and Jess, of course. But thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom, for being here. How's your baseball coaching going and everything? It's a nice day. Have you been winning? Has your team been winning? Let me know. Drop a comment in the chat room. I was gonna say, I had another question. Oh, for everybody, and this is crowd participation. Anybody have any hidden talents out there? I don't know. I thought about that on the break. Let me know any hidden talents. And I said this last night, and not many people answered me. But does anybody have a goal they're trying to reach? Like, did they have a goal you? Does anybody have a goal that, or something you want to do that you haven't done, that you always said, oh, I want to do that, or I wish I had done that, or I'm meaning to get to that? Because I'm very honest about my goal. I'm trying to monetize this podcast, and I'm trying to monetize my music. It's all there for the taking, but now it's about, okay, the product's done. Now, how do I spread the word? How do I get this out there? And like I said, that's my goal. Because you always hear it and it gets freaking annoying. Oh, you should be monetized by now. Why aren't you monetized? I'll just monetize it. Okay, sure, I'm here. How do I do that? So I'm trying to figure it out. And of all these platforms, there's just so many. Well, you could do it on Instagram. You could do it on YouTube. I don't know. You just have to pick one, I guess. I don't like TikTok really, but that's the one where I've seen people like they're sending the little things. But I don't know, Tommy, you haven't been in here that long, but in the beginning, I was talking more about TikTok and how, like I said, for my social experiment, my other account that's growing, that you go into these rooms. Maybe I could do a music room. I don't know. But you go in the rooms, I see there's so many people, they're just sitting there and they're just like calling out the screen name. I see you. And they're like, and they're sending them coins. And I don't know. It's a weird culture, the TikTok culture, the besties. And there's all these rules and you can't call them followers. You got to call them besties and you got to do this. And TikTok, I don't know. So like I said, I want to see. And the whole thing about the TikTok shop and all that too. I need a water bottle. Well, I have some other ones, but I want a nice, cool water bottle. I want to get a water bottle that says Hollis-tics, and I got to brand myself. So I'll do that. Oh, I forgot. Tom is here. This is for Friday night. Ready? I'm going to open this on air. I've been saying that. First, I want to see Tom's comment and Joe's. Joe says, I was 10 pounds, 6 ounces at birth. Dad had to cut a door between the bathroom and their bedroom so she could go back and forth with me. That poor dear lady. Oh my God. Aw. Wow. She did it at home. And you were 10 pounds and 6 ounces. I'm not sure how much I weighed. That's more than I think I did. I feel like 7-Eleven I was, or maybe my sister was. I remember that thinking like 7-Eleven, the little store. Aw, well, good. I'm glad you're here, Joe. And God bless your mom and dad. That is, they wanted you to get here. And I'm glad you did. Tom says, we haven't played our first game yet, but we've been practicing for the last month and a half. Oh, okay, cool. So when's the first game? Let me know, when is your first game? We'll be rooting you on. And what is your team's name? And you said, is it your son is on the baseball team? And is Jess's kids on the baseball team too? Let me know. So Tom is a baseball coach, but also Tom is the founder, the owner of Cole County Entertainment, and he knows about podcasting. He knows about the growth. He knows all this stuff. So let me know, Tom, if you have any tips and how we do it. But that's what we say. We got to work together. We help each other, So I've been talking about it. Should I get a drum roll here? Again, let me find it here. Drum roll, please. Ah, drum roll as I open this. Did anyone guess what this is? If anyone guesses, I already owe James $1. But if anyone could guess what this might be. Anybody guess? If you guess, I'll unveil my secret talent. Nobody told me what their secret talent was. Anybody? The last sip there. Nah, it's okay. I got it a long time ago. So, okay, we got 18 eyeballs in here. 18 of you guys, if you haven't shared the show or retweeted it, I'd appreciate it if you did. And remember, that's QR code. I do take tips, and tips support the show. Okay, let's open it and let's see what this says. This is for Friday night. So does that give any kind of a hint? This is for Friday night. And like I said, I could have just opened it on Friday night, but I want to be wearing it on Friday night. So I got to come dressed ready to party, TGIF. Anybody guess? That's a hint. Friday night. Tom says, my May 9th is our first game. Deals on Wheels is our team name. Jess Sun is our catcher. I'm the co-founder of Cole County Entertainment. Yes, awesome. Aw, well, Deals on Wheels. That's cool. I'll remember that. And Jess Sun is our catcher. Aw. And how old are the boys mainly? Like, what's the age bracket? Like, are they teenagers now, or are they even younger? Okay, so let's see, guys. Ready? Because this is the first time I'm seeing it. I'm very excited. I've been waiting for this one. Here we go. Ready? Drum roll. Drum roll. Do your own drum at home. Anybody guess? Can anybody guess what it is? Oh. I'm going to look at it first, and then I'm going to turn it around. Holy moly. Ready? Oh. Ta-da! Anybody know who that is? Can I do that? Got any cheese? Aw. Oh, Tom says also Jess wanted me to let you know she's watching. For some reason won't let her comment. Oh no. Aw. Well, thank you. She's one of those eyeballs. Did you reshare it yet, Jessica? No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to, but if you do, it helps. Oh, thank you. When I say reshare it, I don't know, like on Facebook, or I'm thinking like Twitter, I guess is the main one where you retweet it or share it or whatever. You know, I don't know. What else would we do? What else did I do? I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do I do? Tell me. Let me know. Let me know in the comments. So here we go. Steve Urkel. Steve Urkel's in the house. Well, not technically, but you know, Steve Urkel is a podcaster. Did you know Steve Urkel's a podcaster? These are all the exciting things that you're going to learn here on Hollis-tics. But let me know, guys. Nobody let me know. Do they have a hidden secret talent? I like to know these things. And does anyone have a goal that they want to do or trying to meet? Because I want to help each other. I guess I am stealing this for TikTok. They're always like, what's your goals? What's your goals? And their goals are to get 5,000 followers. Like but I'm talking about real goals. Like, you know, not social media followers. Like, what's your real goals? Like I said, my goal here is to figure out how to monetize, and we're going to do it in real time. On Hollis-tics. Holy moly. So www.vopusaradio.com, guys. Go and check it out. Check it out. There's other shows on it. And it's not just me. There's some other shows that we got on there. And there's more shows coming soon. Hopefully, I'll have a new music show there eventually. No skips, perhaps. Yes. Are you guys still doing the no skips? I know I got to do some binge watching. Like I said, I was back in Pennsylvania last week, and it was good, but I wasn't able to do the show. I was hoping my camera wasn't working and all that. I need to get another camera. And I like this. I did go in Scranton. We went to the Best Buy, but they didn't have the camera in stock. Of course, the one that I want and need, because I want to get another camera so I could bring it to the music studio with me so I could record there. Because I'm attached to the camera now. I like it. I like the settings. And yes. So we're at the top of the hour. No, we're not. We're past the top of the hour. We are at 8:18, and I will be wrapping it up a little before 9 tonight because we have another show on the network tonight coming. The Rage of Aquarius is on VOPUSAradio.com. They were going to go on air on Sunday, but we didn't get back. Like I said, we had some technical difficulties, but that is a political show, so I don't know if that's not everyone's a cup of tea, and I don't talk politics on the show because I think it divides people, and we all have our opinions, but in this show, we're just going a little bit above it all. And I said, that's the 3D stuff, all the stuff we go a little bit above, and we talk about magical things like past lives and weird things like heyokas and gestures. And last night we talked a lot about reclaiming your power, all that stuff that we talk about here. And like I said, TGIF Fridays, that's just a night to have fun. I could do movie quotes all freaking all day long, but then that might get boring, you know. So let me know, guys. Let me know what's up. Change the background a bit. Hey. See, I have all these cool backgrounds. Here we go. Gonna play some music here. Here we go. Yeah. All right, maybe I'll play Amnesia again. Just because sometimes we just listen, and this is kind of a song. Well, I played this last night. Dan's dad liked it. So this one's going out to Smurglio. I'll play it again. Why not? This is my show. I could do whatever I want. And this is the only place you're going to hear my music before it officially comes out. Because like I said, no one's heard any of these songs before, actually. So it's kind of like, testing ground, putting them out there. But I played this one last night because we were talking about amnesia. And I said, remembering who you are. And sometimes I feel, this is my opinion, sometimes we get everyone's in the world, and we're running, and we're all in our own lives. We're all the star of our own lives. And why are we really here? To connect, to love ourselves, to love each other, to find purpose, to find meaning? Or are we here? We're not knowing what we're supposed to do. Are we here to fight? Are we here to get job promotions, to buy stuff? Are we here to just, work ourselves to death to buy stuff and stab each other in the back so we can, climb the corporate ladder? Is that why we're here? Because I think sometimes that's why I say we have amnesia. I don't personally think that's why we're here, but I think a lot of people think that is why we were here. So I say sometimes we get here with amnesia. Like, what's going on? We kind of forgot who we are. And sometimes the world beats you down a bit, and it makes you not really remember truly the power we have. And I talk about that positive thinking. It's just, positivity is good, a good energy, of course. But it's more than that, I think. Remember, connecting to God, connecting to the source, connecting to something bigger than just what we see in our daily lives. I believe that there's a lot going on that we don't see. And that's about energy and frequencies and vibrations. And we talked about that last night on Hollis-tics. Hey, on Hollis-tics. Hey, yeah, guys. So we're going to play Amnesia. And I'm not going to sing it, but I'll play it. Why not? Here we go. This is Amnesia by Hollis-Mahady. Hollis-Mahady.com. Make sure you go over to that website. The website is Hollis-Mahady.com. And what that does when you go to that website, my website, Hollis-Mahady.com, right there, you could sign up for my email list, and you could be one of the first ones notified when the song actually comes out. And then you could go download it and you can listen to it anytime. That's what you can do if you go and you sign up for the email list. So give it a chance. Give it a chance, guys. Go ahead. If you're not on my email list, why not? Why aren't you on my email list? It's all about the email list these days, don't you know? Here we go. This one's called Amnesia.
It must have been a strong case to keep me here from the truth. It must have been a strong case, but inside I always knew. The world is made up with illusions of gold, but it's all just a story, a lie that we're told. It's amnesia, we're under amnesia. They got us forgotten who we are. It's a spell that we're under, cast from the start. It's time to remember just who you are. A clever disguise I was born with over my eyes. We wandered through madness, caught in the hustle and fight. But moments of silence, a whisper so true. There's a purpose, this life, it's calling for you. It's amnesia, we're under amnesia. They got us forgotten who we are. And it's time to remember just who we are. It's amnesia, we've all got amnesia. They got us forgotten who we are. Left in the dark, in the
Hey, and that was Amnesia, a track off the new album, A Comedy of Errors by Hollis-tics. If you're interested in hearing more, go to hollis-tics.com. That is one of my many favorite songs, but that's a fun one. And they're saying, remember who you are. Remember who you freaking are. Don't let anyone make you feel small or you can't do it. You can do it. You can do it. You just got to remember who you're powerful. You got to remember that. It's not easy sometimes. Why do you think I wrote this song? To remind myself. I'll put it on and start running at the gym or just, yeah, we can do anything. Anything's possible. You know, those kind of motivational songs. You can do anything you put your mind to. Aw, thank you. Aaron's in the house. Aaron Misha. Aaron. I love Aaron. Miss you, boy. I just say miss you, boy. Miss you, man. I love Aaron. And thank you, Aaron. Aaron says, I love this. Well, thank you. And I love you. And my guitar breaker says, I am a self-taught accountant. Wow. With a very intricate money saving plan. That's my secret talent, I'm sure. Oh, Joe, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Very smart. Maybe you could give Dan and I some tips. I'm sure you can give some helpful tips to get out of the rut. But yes, like I talked about it last night. And Joe, you shared before that, I think it was you had gone through a mistake or bad credit and stuff. And it really screws your life up. I mean, it puts you in a spot where you're like, again, do people do it on purpose? What, you lose your job, whatever. Bought a house that didn't work out. And you had to sell it. Then you had to move and spend thousands of dollars moving. And it happens really quick. So finances sucks. It does. But that's a very good hidden talent. So thank you for sharing that. I asked if anyone has a hidden talent, or if even if it's not hidden, what's your talent? Do you think everyone says, "Oh, I'm not talented." I think everyone has a talent, and a lot of people have untapped talents that they don't know they have. And a lot of people always say, "Oh, I don't have any musical talent." You can learn any instrument. You can. I mean, some people maybe pick it up faster. Some people like it more. I think that's the thing. If you like it, I think it's easier to pick up because you want to do it. Like anything. Like there's some things you just don't have interest in. And I mean, for instance, I like playing the guitar. I could play the guitar. I could play rhythm guitar and chords, but I never really, like piano was different. I really love piano. That's why I kind of stuck more to that and I got better at that. I'm way better at the piano than the guitar. I like the guitar, but I just never really I didn't have a passion to like learn solos and riffs and that. I don't know. I just didn't. Not to say that I wouldn't. And one thing I did want to learn more was the bass. See, I have a bass. I could play a little bit. I did it in the UK. I remember taking a couple of bass lessons because I was so annoyed. It's like I could never find a freaking bass player. My whole story of my life with bands, it was always like, oh, we need a drummer and a bass player. We need a good rhythm section, which you do. But they were harder to find. There wasn't as many bass players were always the hardest to find. A lot of guitar players play the bass. But Mike P is a bass player. He's not in here tonight. Where are you, Mike P? Come support. He came in the one night. I don't know if Shannon's still here. White Noise, are you still in the house? But yeah, your talent. But I like I said, I think everybody can play music. Singing is a weird one. Not everybody can sing. Not everybody can sing good. I think that's the kind of one you're born with. You're not. I mean, you can get better. Like anything, you definitely can get better. And if that's your talent and you want to, but sometimes people just can't hear. They sing karaoke and they just do it for fun or whatever. Because singing is one of those. It's like you could either, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't ever want to squash anyone's dreams, but it's like singing is just one of those. You could do it or not. Like, because some people just can't hear that they're off key, and that's like you can learn that though. You can get better at it. But that's one where you're more naturally have it or you don't. But especially a piano or a bass, I think anyone can learn it if you put in the time and the work. Anybody can. So if you want to be a musician, I hear people say, I have a piano there. I always wanted to learn it. I never did it. I don't know how. I'm just not musically talented. Yes, you can do it. And there's YouTube, and YouTube's free, and it will show you how to do it. So I got my background there still. We're flying through space here because that was Amnesia. We're all under amnesia. Ha, 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 into space. This is the Into Space song. No, that's kind of boring. I would talk over the music, but I realize when I talk over it, it doesn't sound good. It's Tuesday nights here on Hollis-tics. Anybody have any goals for the week? Anybody have anything that they are eating for dinner in particular. I'm sure everyone or maybe, it's a little late for dinner, I guess. I don't know. I'm a late night eater, which is a bad habit. I haven't eaten anything all day, but it's kind of a bad habit. I've always say I'm a late night owl. No, it's just, I sleep the right amount, but it's just not at the most conventional of times. It'd be like I'm working the graveyard shift, but I'd like to get off that schedule eventually. I'm getting working on it. Didn't get up that late today, but I stayed up late. I didn't go to bed until in the morning, really. So there you go. There you have it. But we are at the middle of the hour. At the middle of the hour. Holy moly. As you said, while I'm just sitting here waiting anxiously for people to tell me what their hidden talent is, check out my website. It's scrolling across the bottom there. It's hollismahady.com. And to support the show, you know what you can do. And the people who've already supported, I'm not talking to you. But, I appreciate everything and everybody, regardless if you could support with money or not. That's not why I'm here. It's not why I do it. It helps. It helps for sure. But like I said, if you can do something else, share it out or go and sign up for my email list. I know most of you already are on my email list, but if you're not, I send out the letters, and I haven't had time to go and do that, but I got to remind myself to do that. I got to get the time. You have to make the time. You got to make the time. So with that said, let me go over to the media assets and see what's going on here. Oh, you remember, everybody. Remember that. Remember.
Are you enjoying the podcast? If you'd like to support what I'm building, you can buy me a coffee. Every bit of support helps me keep this podcast going and release my music independently. You can leave a one-time tip or become a member for a few dollars a month and unlock exclusive content and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Just visit buymeacoffee.com/HollisMahady or scan the code you see on the screen. Need some new tunes to listen to? Why not try the Hollis Mahady Music Collection? As I move towards the new, I'm closing an old chapter with gratitude. To celebrate the new music on the horizon, I've gathered my complete past collection and made it available all in one place. The collection includes 2 full albums with my previous band, Love Zombies, Passion Fruit, and No Slow songs recorded live at Abbey Road Studios, the Be Honest EP with Love Zombies, Hollis original songs, Hollis cover songs, a bonus Christmas album. And this collection represents the journey that brought me here today and the doorway into what's next. To purchase the music collection, head over to hollismahady.com and go to the store. All funds raised go directly towards promoting and advertising my new album on my own label, Voice of Freedom Records. Thanks so much for supporting independent music.
That was a little commercial there about the Buy Me a Coffee and everything else. And Voice of Freedom Records. Voice of Freedom Records. I haven't talked about it that much, a little bit. I think I told you guys I'm putting my own album out that is recorded and done. And Amnesia's on that. And you heard Heyoka tonight. And I also played Shadow Dance. I think I played that on, I know I played that on another episode. So there was 3 of the songs that are on my album. Covers is coming out. That's my first single. But you gotta be your own, motivator or boss and say, you know what, I gotta go and shoot 350 pieces of micro content for that and put it up on the TikTok and all these places and see if any, try to spread the word. But the song is coming out on my own record label. And why did I do that? Again, because I didn't particularly care for the music industry. It's not the industry part of it, but you need help too. So it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm putting it out myself and hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen, but hopefully, raise some money for advertising stuff because that's, it's done, but you need to promote it and you need to get it on playlists and you need to submit it and do all this jazz. I'm still waiting to hear back from the music publishing people I sent it to. I had to pay $100. So hopefully it wasn't some scheme. I don't think it was, but I'm supposed to let you know either way if they accept your music to possibly get into a movie. That would be great. That you get paid a lot of money if it hits and you get even in a background in a movie or whatever. That's the way artists make money. And the reason why I did that one was they were very specific saying we want music that's created by real humans. We don't want AI music. We want real music. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try. But like I said, at this point, you have to pay for everything and there you go. But they could write back or worse, ghost you and blow you off and not even, then you really think it's a scam. But I don't think this one is, but I don't know. There you go. That's the world. That's the world we're navigating. In my UK, there's no UK friends in here tonight chatting. I wish they were, but it is pretty damn late in the UK now, so it's probably 8, 9. Probably like almost 2 in the UK. That's too bad because I like when the UK guys are here because they're cool. Jim Tim. Is Jim Tim still here? Let's see if we get any more comments. I scrolled up there. My good dirt biker Joe says pennies and nickel, dimes and quarters, but letting them accumulate in jars is not the answer. Okay. I have a little piggy bank. We have a little yellow pig. But are they like not making pennies anymore? It's gonna be they're gonna be worth a lot of money. I'm like, oh great, I just threw them all. Not even throw them out. I cashed them. Put in the Coinstar. Get all these old dirty pennies, and I get like embarrassed because like clogged up the Coinstar. There's like a paper clip. I took it out, but yeah. But I don't know. I don't have that many pennies left. The coins have always been key. The coins have always been my key building block to success, but it does require a lot of patience. Yes, yeah. But you say like a little. That's the thing. Little goes a long way. Sometimes you don't think, but they do. A little here, even like something cutting subscriptions that you're not using. That's this day and age, right? Like, oh, do I really need that? Because you sign up for these things, and they're relentless. Like I still try to cancel some of these things. I'm like, oh my God, you sign up for once because you need it. I mean, maybe not everyone does this, but like, especially content creators, I'm sure Tom, Jess, like, oh, I need this thing or this video thing real quick to do whatever it is. And you end up signing up for $10 and then you forget to cancel it or whatever. And then it's like, oh, and then it keeps going. Then you try to find where to cancel it. Oh, email us or this. Like LinkedIn, I had a problem with that. I know I canceled it and they charged me again. And I'm like, I don't even use this freaking thing. But in the way of coins, yeah, like, or even if you selling something, or even though it's only for $10, but you sell and like but my I know what Joe is saying here. My point is a little bit goes a long way. Okay, Tom says, Hollis, what platforms are you streaming on tonight? Rumble and what else? I am on Rumble. I'm on YouTube for sure because I know that there's someone in the chat from YouTube. I believe I'm on Instagram. But Tom, I'm sure after Instagram, they cut you off after the first hour, I believe. So I was on there the first hour. Also on VOP U.S.A. Radio, of course. I'm on the Health and Wellness channel. So it's streaming there. And it's also streaming on X. All my little Twitter bugs who don't retweet. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. No, but it's okay. I'm here. I'm glad you're here watching. Thank you for showing some support and being here. And Twitch, it's a StreamYard thing, right? You can't go out to more than 8 destinations. So I think I'm on the Voice of the People YouTube. And I think we're on one of the Facebook pages of VOP USA Radio. But you can't go to more than 8 destinations for StreamYard. So and they're all filled up. So that's where we are. Twitch was one of them, but Twitch, we used to go on Twitch. I don't know. Maybe we'll change it up and go on that instead of something else because you can't go on 9. You could only pay 8. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, this is a streaming thing. Remember I told you I'm so glad those days are long gone. That the first week or two, I was like in all these different studios trying to get this all set up and everything. But luckily I'm not having to do that now. I mean, you always go back to, I told you I was dating all these different things because I really love Streamlabs. Streamlabs is when I had my freaking little tip jar and you could see, and the goal would go up when they put the coin in. And I felt more people like, oh, I want to help you get your goal. And it goes. But I can't do that on here because Streamlabs does not incorporate that. And I've looked into everything to try to get it with avoiding, because then if you use Streamlabs, it's a pain in the butt trying to get it out to all these places. I had to keep adding them manually. And so you don't get everything. There's no perfect stream and there needs to be. So we're working on finding that. But I've used all these different ones. And this is, I'm kind of just talking to Tom right now, but probably everyone else, maybe other people have these troubles. OBS is one. I've tried a lot of things, and Streamlabs is cool though. It sucks because I really like Streamlabs because there was this 8-ball, like these little things that come, like we do a game with the 8-ball and like you ask it a question and like a graphic on the screen. I can't do any of that with StreamYard, but I had to go with StreamYard. Otherwise I couldn't get it out without using something called Restream. And then Restream is the one, then that Restream's super expensive, Restream. And that's like $2,000 for the year up front, like, or it's like $200 a month or something. For Brings it back to buymeacoffee.com, guys. If you're enjoying the show, support the show, and then we could get the tip jar back maybe eventually. But any other comments in the chat room? Again, I said we're going to be wrapping it up pretty soon here because we have Rage of Aquarius Rage of Aquarius coming on 9:00 p.m. on Voice of the People USA. And if we didn't share a computer, I could keep going, but we're sharing a computer right now. And Joe says, wait, let's go back to what Joe set up here. 1949, he was on WKRC television when they first started doing broadcasts on a show called The Tune Timers Playing Music. Who was on it? Oh, your dad. I missed that one. My dad was a swing and jazz musician. During the 1940s and 50s in a 4-piece band. He was a piano, organ, accordion, and xylophone. Oh, the accordion. Wow. I started on the organ. My music all started on the organ with the pedals and everything. And then I went to the piano. But the accordion I never played. Steve Urkel, he plays the accordion, guys. Oh, it's Urkel. Any cheese? Don't fret, my pet. What could go wrong? This guy right here plays the accordion. I think we played it the other night because I think Jess was the one who said it about the accordion, and him and Myra were playing the accordion in the living room. That's cool. And I know Jess's dad is a musician, or was a musician. He was in a band, and he was a guitar player, I think. I know Jess can't correct me if I'm wrong, but she may be still watching. She can't chat for some reason. I don't know why. Tom says, I just searched you on YouTube and couldn't find you live. I don't know why. Well, that could be some. I don't know why. It says it's going out to it. When I set it up, it was. But you're right. Maybe it's not. Well, who is it? Someone in here from YouTube? Because the reason why sometimes I know YouTube's working, because I'll see in the chat here, like the YouTube symbol by their name. So you're right. It could not be working. I don't know why it wouldn't be going out to it, though. And you searched it under Hollis-tics, my name? I'm looking in real time right now. But I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that one out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's not. And I'm not sure. Oh, dear. Just when you think you cracked the code, there's always something that didn't connect. Oh, the most disconnected age ever, eh? Oh, is it really? The YouTube. Like I said, there's a whole thing with that. Like which one do you focus your energy on? Trying to get all the views on YouTube or whatever? I don't know. Let me just go back over here to the chat room real quick. The show, and now it makes more sense. 1949, he was on WKRC television when they started doing broadcasting in a show called The Tune Timers Playing Music. The show only lasted about a year and then it was dropped off. But that's still, what a cool experience. Then Dad was drafted into the Korean War, and that ended the music show business thing. Oh man, that's a bummer. Darn. Well, at least he got to do it. That's more than some people in a lifetime. I mean, all the musicians, they never get to get on TV like that. So that's really cool. That's very cool. So guys, unfortunately, I do have to wrap it up here because, like I said, we have another show coming on the Voice of the People USA Radio Network, Rage of the Aquarius, and VOPUSARadio.com. But you have been watching Hollis-tics, and of course, I am your host, Hollis-tics. And I'm going to try to keep it a little short here. Got to give Dan some time to set up. But so we're going to close out with my closing song, and I'm going to do my little closing. Remember, if you do enjoy it, if you enjoyed the show, if you're one of those 19 or 18 eyeballs on Twitter there, and you haven't retweeted it, I'd appreciate it if you did. That helps. It helps the show. It helps grow the following. And if you enjoyed the show, if you want to sign up for the Buy Me a Coffee, I won't say the whole thing again, but there it is right there. There's the Buy Me a Coffee. You could do a one-time little donation, price of a cup of coffee, or we have the memberships. There's only a couple bucks a month. And again, that's supports the show. We'll get some other things for sale. So thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I had a great time as usual. My day definitely got better once I got into this room. Like I said, it wasn't a horrible day, but it was, have some things that go on, and then you're like, oh, and then you have to go. And it brightened up my day being here and seeing you guys all coming in and keeping me company. And hopefully I kept you some company, maybe brightened your day a bit. We had some fun with the gesture talk and all that. But again, I will be back tomorrow as I do. I am here 7 p.m. Eastern time I got to get that figured out. Apparently I'm not on the YouTube, But for sure, Rumble's been pretty damn good. They've been consistent, probably the best. And Twitter, I know it's on. I say Twitter X, the X, and it's also on the Facebook. I believe it's on the Facebook as well. So we'll figure that all out. They give me some homework to do before tomorrow because it comes so fast. So I will be here again before you guys know it. So take care tonight. I hope you guys have an awesome night. Be careful tomorrow, whatever you're doing. Have a good day. And remember, there's always something to be grateful for. I tell myself that too sometimes when you have a bad day, because if you're just alive and breathing and you made it here and you got through the day, sometimes that's just enough. So thank you guys so much for being here. I'm your hostess with the mostest. I'm Hollis Mahady, and you have been watching Hollis-tics. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night. If you are around, cooking dinner, put me on in the background. It's okay if you can't chat, and it's okay if you didn't share, and it's okay if you didn't donate. I'm just glad you're here. Those things help, but they're not necessary. So always come back if you enjoyed the show. I'm here for you guys, and I appreciate you being here for me. So remember that you're never alone, ever alone. And I'm always here. Reach out. I'll be here, like I said, every night at 7 p.m. And you may be in the UK or somewhere else around the world. It might be in the morning for you. If you catch this on a replay and you got this far, thanks for being here. Again, hollismahady.com. Go and check it out. Sign up for my email list if you can. And I will start to cue up the closing song so Dan can get on here. All right, guys, have a great night. I love you all. Thanks for being here again. I am Hollis Mahady, and you've been watching Hollis-tics. See you tomorrow.
Thank you for watching Hollis-tics, hosted by me, Hollis Mahady. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to share it with someone who might need it too. And if you'd like to support the podcast, you can visit buymeacoffee.com/Hollis Mahady. You can make a one-time donation or become a member for just a few dollars a month to get extra podcasts and exclusive behind-the-scenes content you won't find anywhere else. Or simply scan the code on the screen. Your support truly means the world to me and helps me continue creating independent content for you. If you like the music featured in this show, I license it through Epidemic Sound. You can head over to hollismahady.com, click on the podcast page, and use my link for a free trial. And don't forget to check out VOPUSARadio.com, where I host my music channel and am building a growing community of independent musicians. If you're interested in joining the network, just click Join Network and submit an application. Until next time, remember that you are loved and never alone. From human to human, big hugs. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the outro video. I love this song.
Lights shining from the window late at night. I'm just watching someone else's life go by, wishing it was mine. Dreams, everybody has them at the start. Somewhere along the way they fall apart, and it makes it kind of hard to look up at the lights. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, finally see when the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I can finally see what it's all about. Standing in the mirror when the lights go out, it's you looking back at me. Hope, try your best to hold on to the rope. We all have a reason to let go, and it's easier to do, but it's better if we don't.